Hello and welcome to day 4 of this Mind Power and Manifestation Challenge. Thank you so much for how you're participating, engaging and supporting each other. And if you feel you're lagging behind, listen, don't beat yourself up, just catch up, just take your time, do what you need to do. All these resources are going to stay there. I'm not here to make you feel guilty about what you are or are not doing. I'm here to give you tools and give you strategies and give you things to do in a certain order that will enable you to see how powerful you are. So sometimes you might not understand exactly why I'm asking you to do things, but trust in the process. Trust in the fact that our mind works with metaphor, it works with being stretched slightly, it works with being challenged slightly, and so just it's called a challenge for a reason. So you might not be able to get everything done in the timescale, but don't give up. If you have started to fall behind, don't use that as a reason to continue to fall behind. Just lovingly bring yourself back on track, follow the things, get inspired by other people's videos and offerings, be supportive of each other. So day 4, I wanted to say a little word about fulfillment. You know, the greatest joy of being in our power is fulfillment. This is not about the external things that we gain. That is, fulfillment does not come from the from the from the abundance that follows. That is a joyful bonus. Fulfillment comes from being that powerful. It comes from being in that state of flow. It comes from being a channel through which graceful things are said, where without having a plan or an agenda, we are become a voice box, a vessel for awesomeness. It's like that when we're in those kind of optimal performance states, whether we're performing on stage like that, or whether we're just having a really challenging conversation with a staff member or a team member, or it's like the ability to bring that kind of power to what we're doing, that is ultimately fulfilling. And yes, of course, there are benefits, huge benefits, but in that realm, the gifts are not just about being able to do what we do well. It's about having like magical intuition. It is like being able to deeply understand what people are thinking and feeling even before they know. It is about being able to have the ability to heal with the words that you use. It's about being able to lead and inspire. It's like when we're working for the field of consciousness that we're an equal part of. I don't believe in a separate entity controlling things. We are at the edge of consciousness, and what is being asked to come through us is the word of the divine, is the possibilities of creation. And it's like when we can get out of the way and stop imagining we're not adequate and start worrying about how we're going to perform, and we know that it's in service, that's when we get our natural sense of fulfillment. So your meditation today is fulfillment. Again, if you've only got 5 minutes, do the 5-minute version. But if you can do the 15-minute, or better yet, the 25-minute version, you will connect to this principle of understanding where your true joy comes from. And so your tasks today are 2 tasks. The first is there is a love letter from money. So my work is about empowering people to be their awesome selves and to take great joy in what they're doing, and for it not to be about material things. But a lot of people have got a block around material things, and that prevents us from being sustainable in our gifts. There's nothing more painful than having a gift, trying to share it with the world, and then not being sustainable, we're not able to monetize it or live off it, so that we then have to have a day job, we have to do these other things, and that's heartbreaking. And that's often because people have got blocks about money. So whilst my training isn't about making more money, in principle, it's massively something that occurs, but you want to make sure there are no blocks. So your task 1 today, is to read that love letter from money, about how excited it is to be in your life more, about all the wonderful things you can do together, to literally blast away any old judgments you have about wealth or receiving. And so that is just a blessed gift. I want you to read that and really take it in, and imagine yourself both receiving it from money and being the money that wants to arrive to you, that's winging its way to you just by being on this challenge, and you choosing to stretch yourself and do what you're doing. Then what I want you to do is I want you to jump on. Again, I know this might be scary. You can type it or you can do it live. My recommendation is stretch yourself to do it live. And I want to hear about what you're good at. Like, if money was no option, what would you do every day? What are your gifts you're bringing to the world? I want to hear short videos, not more than 3 minutes. What are you good at? I myself, it's taken me years to craft it, but my greatest passion is working with groups of people on dedicated days together, 3 or 4 days, where I'm able to piece together music, meditations, motivations, cutting edge psychology, and then kind of wrap it into a kind of momentous frenzy of positivity and possibility and potential, so that there's enough momentum there so that people can have paradigm shifting ideas about who they are and what they do. That's my greatest passion, and it's taken me a while, but I am really good at that, and I love bringing it to the world, and I'm grateful that I'm able to sustain my life on and through that work. So I want to hear what you do. This is a networking opportunity. No websites, please. No links. No kind of putting links to your work. I want to hear from you. And part of being in our power is being humble about the gifts that come through us, but being able to speak passionately about what we're good at, so that people can see what we do and people can come to us and receive our power. It's pointless being powerful if you're not actually making things happen. So those are your tasks for today. Thank you so much. Please support each other, comment, be kind, be loving, and remember, I am looking for those people that are the most engaged, most inspiring, most supportive primarily, and who are challenging themselves. And one of those people will win the prize of getting a free ticket to Unlimited Power, my 4-day training. So I'm so excited to see your videos and really receive this love letter from Money.